On March 27th, Hurricane Teresa struck along a front 700 miles wide. One of the victims was a United States Air Force bomber carrying a nuclear bomb. One engine damaged, ravaged by the hurricane, its commander ordered everything non-essential tossed overboard. The last thing to be jettisoned was the nuclear bomb. It was unarmed, and the commander believed that he was safe in dropping it. He was wrong. The bomb was somewhere on the bottom, in a known sector of ocean. The Air Force didn't know exactly where, or if it had been damaged. They did know that corrosion, the electrolytic action of seawater, would start immediately. That in some parts of the sea, this action is much stronger than in others. And if the alloy casing were eaten through, the two fissionable components could unite and the bomb explode. The bomb had to be recovered fast, but it had fallen in the coastal area of another nation. No official expedition could be sent without causing panic. That's why I was called in to head an emergency mission. A week later, I was well into the search. My two colleagues were ex-frogmen like myself. I was diving with Paul Redman. We were working the area near a cave. We were operating in deep water, and the bottom was rocky. But the big problem was time. We had to find that nuclear bomb before the corrosion got too far. When we reached the cave, I motioned to Paul to go around. The pressure must have been affecting him because he ignored my order and the rules of diving procedure too, and went in alone. Suddenly, I realized what he had done and rushed into the cave. But by the time I reached him, he had become wedged into one of the narrow passageways. When we reached the surface, Paul was unconscious. I knew that he must have swallowed a lot of water. We needed Paul, but he'd be in no condition to dive for maybe 48 hours. I wasn't too sure whether we still had 48 hours.
Like a dish rag.
Put him over here. Right. Get this one away.
Sorry. My fault, Mike.
Get a blanket.
Pretty stupid thing I did down there, wasn't it?
So you won't do it next time?
Next time? Right now, I'm not looking forward to any next time.
When we'd arrived 4 days ago, I'd put a piece of metal into the water to test for corrosion.
Looks like a piece of Swiss cheese.
And that's after only 4 days down the water. Look at that. We had less time than we thought.
Yeah, that whole Navy task force out there waiting on us. Think they could send us any divers?
There's not a chance. Our orders are to keep radio silent. Looks like it's up to just the two of us.
Hey, look.
Oh, it's just a fishing boat. Lots of them around here.
Yeah, but that's the same one that's been following us for 3 days.
You think those are the same divers? Why else would they be hunting here? These are my fishing grounds. I'm gonna let them characters move in. Full ahead.
I had no idea what these fishermen were after, but I was certain that we couldn't afford to be delayed by anything.
Hi, I'm Mike Nelson.
Listen, you skin divers. You jokers in them rubber bunny suits are ruining my fishing. Get out.
We're running a survey. We'll be finished soon.
You're finished as of right now. I don't want you characters fouling up my fishing grounds.
Listen, according to our charts, these are open waters, see?
I've been fishing these waters for 8 years. I don't care what your charts say. I say get out.
We're not after you, tuna.
Yeah? What about pearls?
Pearls? Here?
Yeah, here. I picked one up here about 5 months back, but some joker in one of them bunny suits stole my marker. Any more pearls come out of these waters belong to me, Jack Rogan.
We're running an underwater photographic survey. Now, that's all.
Oh, yeah? That's what you say. I don't believe you.
Get off my deck, Rogan.
Okay.
How will you get off my boat?
Come on, you up, gone.
Duh! Well, you wanted this water, Rogan. You got it. Hey, Dutch, give me a hand. All right. Next time I won't be so easy on you. Now get out of here.
Let's get underway. I said get underway!
Nice going, poor boy. You go down below. Take it easy, huh?
Right, okay. Nice little exhibition, Skipper.
What else can I do? Tell him the truth? Let him in on our secret? Come on, we've wasted a lot of time.
Right.
I get the idea. Looks like double duty from here on, huh?
I didn't feel any more like diving than Stan did. We'd already put in a day's work. But that bomb was somewhere in the area. With every tick of my watch, it was getting closer to an explosion. The Navy scientists had warned me that the bomb's casing could be completely eaten through by electrolytic action. And our testing sample had shown us that it was happening even faster than they'd estimated. Stan spotted something. It was the wreck of a barge. The data that we had been given indicated 3 of them had gone down only the year before. It made me shudder to see how corroded the metal was. It looked as if it had been there for 10 years or more. Another grim confirmation of the strong electrolytic action in this part of the ocean. We were searching systematically by spiraling outward from a fixed point. Eventually, we'd find it by that method. But when? Then we saw something that looked like the bomb. For a moment, I thought it was. But it was only a few oil drums, probably off a freighter. The next day, luck was with us. There it was, the bomb. But the bubbles rising from it told me immediately that we didn't have a minute to waste. We examined it and found it in even worse condition than we had feared. Besides, it was wedged in the rock so tightly that I didn't know how we could move it. I sent up a marker buoy.
That's it. They found that pearl then.
You sure, Skipper?
You think they're just playing with balloons? Well, I'm not fooling around either. They just bought themselves a peck of trouble. Let's go.
With all our strength, we couldn't budge the bomb. I signaled to return to the boat. All of a sudden, I looked up. We were being surrounded by something that looked like a giant shadow. It wasn't a sea monster, but it was trouble. I knew it must be Rogan. He had used his trawling net and had scooped us up like a pair of oversized tuna fish.
You, over here, quick. Well, did you find those oysters down there? You know what I'm talking about, the pearls.
I told you before we weren't diving for pearls.
Let him go ahead. Let him play Captain Kidd if he wants to.
You got nothing to say about it. All right, you two. Come on, out of them rigs. Come on! on, snap it up, Dutch.
You don't really need this thing, do you?
I guess not. We won't be down there that long.
How do you put this stuff on? I never worked with this kind of rig before.
Yo, give him a hand.
You don't like him, huh? You want to get rid of him. Is that why you send them down?
Shut up, Nelson.
Scuba diving takes time to learn, you know. But what's more important, those tanks are half empty.
Nelson, I told you before, I don't believe a word you say. I was down on my first diving rig before you were old enough to wrestle a herring, and a hard hat, too. And I worked with these things a couple of times. There's nothing to it. All you do is blow in here, and then you breathe in. What's the matter with this thing?
There's nothing wrong with that thing. You gotta turn the valve on before you can get your air.
So I forgot. Turn the valve right on top.
There's another thing you better not forget. Don't hold your breath when you come up, or you'll explode your lungs.
Skipper, maybe we better not try. We don't know too much about...
I'm going down. You're my first mate. Where I go, you go.
I'm not looking forward to taking those tanks off your dead body.
Grow up, Dutch. He's just trying to get you good. Relax. You never stop trying, do you, Nelson? Come on. All right, Chonsky. Keep an eye on him. We'll be up in a minute with the pearls.
Gotcha, Skipper.
Stupid fools. We got half the United States Navy out there. We can't do a thing about it.
Well, we could send up a flare. Hey, Mike, what happens if friend Rogan spots that bomb? There goes another top secret.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me too much. I don't think you'd be able to tell the difference between that and any other piece of wreckage. But it's that bomb casing.
Pretty corroded, huh?
I had a long, close look at it. It's plenty corroded.
And if that casing goes...
We'll have a very noisy funeral.
Knock it off, you guys. Don't try anything with me. Hey, how much air those gizmos carry?
Just about used up by now. They're probably in trouble. Better let me go down and take a quick look, huh?
Skipper says no. It's no.
Hey, Chatsky, the skipper's in trouble. All right, come on. Call it forward, on the double. Yeah, cover. What happened? A big clam. I never saw nothing like it. A real monster. It's got the skipper.
Stan, give me that underwater flare.
You better hurry up.
Take off your fins, will you?
We should have never gone down.
Hurry up with that flare!
I got it.
Here you are.
Rogan was in trouble, all right. His arm was trapped in a giant clam. His air was almost gone, and he would soon have drowned. I tried to pull the shell apart, but the grip was like a steel vise. I didn't want to use the flare if I didn't have to, for fear I'd burn Rogan as well as the clam. I hacked at the muscle with my knife, and I didn't even dent it. I saw that I'd have to use the flare. It was the only chance. I lit it and shoved it into the clam. The muscle relaxed, and Rogan pulled his arm free. I helped him up to the surface.
I don't get it.
You don't get what?
We hijack your boat, push you around, and you saved my life. What kind of a guy are you?
I'll tell you what kind of a guy I am. Guy who needs your help. How about it?
You'll need my help. You got it.
Now, I'll tell you what I need.
Rogan cooperated just fine. He was a good man on a tough job. We had everything rigged inside of an hour. But Rogan and his men had no idea that their trawler was rigged to the world's most dangerous object. I stayed underwater to help with a crowbar.
Isn't given. We're liable to capsize.
Well, then we capsize. Hit that throttle.
But we're liable to sink your ship.
I said hit that throttle, you wet-nosed ragbag, before I got you.
But even Rogan's heavy winch didn't seem to move the bomb. He gave it everything that his equipment could stand. And finally, it broke loose.
All right, got it.
What for?
We play it just like we're told. We break it loose and then wait. Is that right?
Right. And thanks.
Rogan never did see the bomb. We were ready now to keep our date with the United States Navy.
Cast off! Right. Thanks again, Rogan.
Just one thing more, Nelson. When you get into port tomorrow, will you tell me what this is all about?
I'd like to, but, well...
I never would be able to tell Rogan, even though he had helped to stop a terrible disaster. We were on our way to the Navy Bomb Disposal Squadron. Without causing diplomatic difficulties or panic, our three-man unit had accomplished everything that a task force could have done. Our mission was completed.
I'll be back next week at the same time with another sea hunt story. Plan to be with us again, huh?